Hey everyone, so E7 showed off a bunch new things today. We got a bunch of Maroon Mail, and we also got this update preview of a bunch of new characters. So let's just quickly look through this.
Should we start the show?
Seems like we got a new Tamarinne skin or something. This is a new character for the Valentines side story that's coming out. They've already data mined an emote for her as well.
Do my best. I can't take it anymore.
That's pretty fancy S3 too. I kind of like her. Wow. Looks like she's from the vampire continent.
How's this, you arrogant?
They didn't show anything though.
It's just
This guy, people have wanted him for a long time. He's from like OG E7 and he's finally coming out.
Let's do this for real.
Can't believe it's happening. This looks like a new Cidd. I'm not a Cidd fan, but he actually looks aight. New ML Cidd, I'm assuming? Even has two swords. Yeah. ML Cidd. Alright. Ballerina dancer? Wait, this is really cool actually. That's a cool S3 actually. I like her. But she has two little mini ones. Wait, is that ML Politis? Oh my god, I bet it's ML Politis. Is that ML Senya or something? And this is the Senya skin that's coming out from the World Cup, inspired by Spice and Wolf. Oh, and this is little Senya?
It's you, Senya.
Aw,
Forget about all of that and focus on your happiness and health.
that's pretty cute actually.
Sleep tight.
So this is the new little Senya that's coming out as well. Okay, so I'm actually hype about some of that stuff. ML Politis looked amazing, assuming that's who that was. Then what are the other things? Oh yeah, so looks like Draft Arena is finally becoming its own game mode. It's not gonna have its own ranked system either. It's just going to only be playable between certain times as well, probably to make it so that people aren't only gonna play Draft Arena or only play World Arena. Try to split up the player base a little bit. There's no ranked mode for it yet. It's just for fun, pretty much, queuing into people. But there's some really good things that they're adding. First of all, they're going to add a system where you can actually essentially mulligan the three characters and re-roll it. So you don't like the three characters here, you hit the re-roll button and you get three new characters, making it so sometimes you get really unlucky and you just have a terrible hand. Well, now you can actually re-roll that for a better chance of getting something good. Actually a really good idea, something that we've been suggesting and really wanted for a while, so that's great. Other really good feature that they're adding that was very much needed is they're going to have different variations of characters. So like this one seems to be effectiveness in F-res Solitaria, a little bit faster. Well, this one's a little bit slower, but it seems to be DPS Solitaria on injury actually. So they're going to have multiple versions, so you don't know which one the opponent picked. So there's actually some more variability, so you can actually outplay the opponent, which is great because this game mode, it was just like, oh, I know the stats of that character, so I know exactly how it works and what it does, and like, oh, my character outspeeds it, or my character beats it in some way. But adding this, it's kind of a little more like regular FX7, where you're not quite sure how it's actually going to be built. So I think that's an amazing idea. I think that's exactly what this actually needed. So really, really good idea from Smallgate. Thank you for doing this. I think a lot of people are actually going to be excited by playing draft mode as its own game mode as well. We finally have a new arena type mode in the game. It would be cool if some point maybe they add some sort of draft system or something that is ranked. They're probably going to run some sort of like tournament stuff maybe related to it. They're probably going to promote it heavily because anyone can play it. You don't need gear, you don't need units. You can just go in and have some fun with it. So I think it's a really good idea because having to join lobbies and stuff like that people have to make and set up and all this other stuff, it's just kind of a pain. This is just simple and it's going to make it so anyone can just jump in and play. Let's see, what else do they talk about? So we're going to be having a Valentines Story. We saw both of those characters in that little preview thing. It's either a new Tamarinne, like ML Tamarinne, maybe? ML Tamarinne? Or it's a skin. Either way, I'm actually a little bit surprised because we had kind of always thought ML Tamarinne was going to be a myth because they never did it. But maybe it's finally coming around and maybe they're doing like a new song or something with them as like the band. But essentially a Valentine's side story is coming out next month. So we're going to be getting that as well. Then we also have this Expedition Improvements news. You can acquire Expedition Depot rewards more quickly by accumulating additional expedition points with the increased required energy. So maybe that means you're gonna use a little bit more energy per expo, but you get better points and maybe like better gems as well. They also seem to have this thing where it just shows all the results at once, so you can collect everything at the same time. People have been asking for that for forever, so that's pretty awesome too. What else? Oh, you can also put up multiple expos at the same time. These are all just nice things. I think good changes. Oh, and also a really cool thing. You can now just change how your pet looks whenever. Thank God, because before it'd be like, oh, I want to use this pet. Well, and then you have to go through this grueling process of leveling it up and feeding all this stuff and going through all sorts of RNG. Because the pet system, it kind of sucks. I think most people can agree the pet system is really bad. So this is just completely fixing the whole, like, getting the right look for your pets. That's great. That means once you get a certain pet, you can just swap it whenever you want to whatever. So I think that's a great change. So all in all, I think this is some cool news. I think we might be getting more news in the future. I'm not 100% sure. Let's see. Do we get any other stuff? In the first half of 2024, yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to get any more tomorrow. Sometimes they roll out multiple days in a row. They're showing this right before the content creator tournament, so I guess we'll be talking about that around there. But overall, nice stuff. I think this is obviously the most hype stuff, is showing off all the new characters though. I don't know who this is. This might be a brand new character, I think. This girl is part of the band with Tamarinne and Maid Chloe, and she's going to be part of the Valentines Story, probably a limited character. I'm assuming that this is ML Tamarinne, unless they're giving her another skin, which would be a little bit surprising. It would just be weird. This guy, I don't remember his name, but people wanted him for a long time. He's definitely like a fan favorite character, and he's really cool. So I think it's nice that they're adding him to the game. I guess we're gonna get a light element ML Cidd. I really like this Politis. I think it's super cool. I guess she's like dancing through the hallways or something like that. I didn't think it was Politis, but now I really see it, especially with the fact that she has the two little dolls with her. So I guess that's coming out. And this looks to be, I thought it was Senya. Maybe it's not. I don't know who this is. They have a giant lance, so it could be Cecilia, but there's no way it would be another Cecilia, so I'm not really sure what this is. And then this is the skin that the winner of the World Cup Marguerite asked for, inspired by Spice and Wolf, and this is the new little Senya that we're going to get at some point. I assume a limited character at some point. So, all in all, pretty cool news. I'm definitely happy about some of this. Thank God, because E7's been needing some content. I think a lot of people have been feeling a little bored or burned out, just like, okay, what's going on? Anything happening? But we have this stuff coming out. We have the content creator tournament happening. And I think I've heard ruminations of some other cool things possibly happening in the near future. So let's hope that we get some cool stuff. So that's about it for right now. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like or subscribe to the channel. And I hope to see you next time.